good morning, good afternoon. Yes, we are back again for the Faith Irabo podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is your girl, your podcast host, Faith Irabo, the host for the Faith Irabo podcast. And today we are here to bring you another piping hot episode of the Faith Irabo podcast. I hope you've been enjoying all our episodes so far. And if I may ask, just tell me the truth, which of our episode will you say has been the most, fascinating or captivating or interesting one for you? I would like to hear from you, please. Thank you. Have you liked? Have you subscribed? Are you following us for real on all our social media platforms? We're on Instagram, Faith Irabo Podcast Instagram, the Faith Irabo Podcast on TikTok. We are the Faith Irabo on Facebook, and the Faith Irabo events and parties and Faith Irabo podcast on YouTube. Any way you want to even say, just click on the link up there and you'll be able to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any exciting, any piping hot episode as we are dropping it. Before we go into today's episode, let's talk about something quickly, because the Faith Irabo podcast is also about trends. You agree with me, right? Trend, lifestyle, not just conversation and interview. What's trending on social media, people? Evidently, what's happening right now and trending in the whole of Nigeria is the hildabaci jollof rice world record. That's what is trending. The hildabaci jollof rice is trending all over social media. What is very, very funny is the way people have, as usual, Nigerians, we are here to always, we are quick to condemn, we are quick to criticize, we are quick to judge without being in people's shoes. Let me start from the comments I'm reading online concerning this hildabaci's jollof rice world record attempt. Some are saying, let me quote them, this is not a world record, Guinness record for one person, because she's not doing it alone. She has a lot of people coming to do it with her, even her mom. And then that award is not supposed to be for her alone if she gets it. For somebody that's not even won this award, that's number one. Number two, I read somewhere where somebody was saying that, how come she's not collaborating? Somebody mentioned Chef T. I know you all know who Chef T is, okay? Let's tell ourselves some truth here. If you were in Chef T's shoes, will you collaborate with hildabaci to do that competition or that Guinness World Record attempt? The answer is no. You know why? Chef T is a brand ambassador for No Cooking Seasoning. She's the ambassador. Why hildabaci stand for Gino? So how do you expect that to come together and collaborate without having this clash of interest? Everybody's standing for their brand. So these are the two things that got me like, what's wrong with us? Why can't we for once applaud people? This lady did this thing. We go out, we saw the whole stuff. Over 20,000 Nigerian youths came out. People think they came out because of the jollof rice. Are you joking? How much is the transport fare from people coming from the mainland? They did that event at the Eco Hotel and Suite. Okay, they came because of jollof rice. What about people like Tomike? What about people like Eniola? What about people like Funke Akindele? What about people that like Kafi that came to just show their support? So let's try and stop this habit of joy killer, destiny killer, success killer. It doesn't change anything that if you say congratulations, if you cheer her up, it won't still stop her from not getting it or getting it. All these negative comments, the annoying part of it is the Guinness Book of Records are reading them. Yes, they are reading them. You bloggers that are already cutting some videos from people who have the bowl of rice saying that the rice is not good, the rice is salty, is not what the Yoruba called asawo. The rice have asawo. Like, why? Do you think it's a joke to cook 200 bags of rice? Basmati rice? Parboiled rice, not just the long grain rice, huh? Even if you want to cook a normal bag of rice here that can feed 150 people, do you know what it takes to cook that? People look at it like, oh, she's a celebrity. Anyway, Gino has paid her. He's in collaboration with Gino. Okay, let's forget about Gino. What about the time? What about the brainstorming? What about the whole team building? You heard when she said this thing has been going on for 9 months. That pot you saw, they did it for, I think 2.5 months in collaboration with Gino. This is not a paid advert for Gino anyways. But the point here is, I was scared for her, legit. I was legit scared for her that this girl has, I don't know who gave her, who gave Hilda that mind? What gives her that confidence to think she can pull this off? Yes, they've done it in Ghana. They've done it in, a lot of people have done this attempt that she's trying to do now. The current holder are Ghanaians, okay? But in 2019, somebody won in 2019, somebody won the World Jollof Guinness Book record in Ghana, okay? And she's trying to break that record. What is bad in that? What is bad in cheering each other up as Nigerians? And that will bring me to what I want to say now. It's just like this podcast, okay? You that you're watching me, let me tell you something today. People that are close to you, Hilda Baci had over 20,000 people that came out from all over Lagos and Nigeria to watch and cheer her on, okay? So, let me tell you something. If you want to do something, anything you want to achieve, anything you're planning to do, as long as you are determined, you're focused, and you are really, really willing to do it, my brother, my sister, go for it. Because the world will come to you when you are there, when you're up there. Okay, do not let anybody. I'm very sure that if we ask Hilda would have confirmed that she got a lot of discouragement. People will tell her, oh, don't do this. Oh, you're bigger than this. Oh, is it money you are looking for? Is it fame? You have everything. But there's something called passion. You guys don't get it. When you are passionate about something, it will drive you more than money. Passion drives you more than money. You will do some things for free. They were checking her blood pressure, and I saw somebody saying, on top jollof rice, then they check blood pressure. Are you joking? Do you know the kind of palpitation and anxiety that will be going on in her head? Why they are trying to put all these things together? Yes, they've done a test run and the dry run looked perfect. But this was an event that while it was going on, rain fell, the pot cracked, or let me just say it deformed while they were trying to move it, still because of the rain, and a lot of things that we didn't get to even see on the camera or social media. So long story short, let us always try to encourage each other. Stop this pull down syndrome. Stop this. You are here, you're waiting to be that hater. What do you gain from being an hater? Whether you like it or not, you support, oh, you don't support, oh, you like, oh, you no like, oh, you open 1 million fake page to be trolling her, oh. If she wants to get that award, if it has been written, if it's destined that she will get this Guinness World Record again, my dear, she's going to get it and you can't do anything about it. So guys, go ahead and pursue your dreams. Chase your dream. Start from somewhere, no matter how small. Start from somewhere. I am sure a lot of you are thinking of ideas like this, but the fear of what the world will say, the fear of failing, they are the things that are stopping them more than the money they will use to do this thing. So please guys, let us stop this pull down syndrome, okay? So that's that about trend on this episode of the Faith Irabo podcast, okay? So before we go on break, let me tell you quickly, we have another exciting interview with an entrepreneur, a female boss, who is doing well in Nigeria. Okay, we had the opportunity of interviewing Miss Omolara Joseph Mvenu, the CEO, the creative director for Spring Interiors Limited. If you want to know, Google up Spring Interiors Limited and you will know why this interview is not one that you should miss. She's doing so well, and yeah, she's my sister. That doesn't change the fact that if you have deserved your flowers, we should give you, regardless of the relationship. Okay, so after this break, you're going to watch the interview that we had with Miss Omolara Joseph Mvenu. You're going to learn life lessons as an entrepreneur, as somebody that is just maybe a fresh graduate trying to look for a job, as a boss and employer of labor herself, as a boss and as an employer of labor herself. This interview will give you some lessons about what bosses look for before they employ you, because she's an employer of labor herself. Okay, so after this break, we'll be right back for Miss Omolara Joseph interview. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Good evening. Wherever you're seeing this podcast from, I want to especially welcome you. Today we are here. It will be about my darling, hardworking, beautiful, multi-talented, multitasking, mommy, sister, auntie. You want to know everything about her? It's not going to come from me. You're going to hear from the horse's mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to introduce to you Omolara Joseph Unven, CEO Spring Interiors and Travels, Spring Interiors Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to introduce to you the CEO, the boss lady, the brain behind one of the biggest luxury company in Nigeria. Yes, Google that up. Spring Interiors LTD, the one and only Omolara Joseph Unven.
That hyping was actually much. Yeah. Well, thank you.
You know, they said give people their flowers while they are still here. Do not give them their flowers when they are no longer here to receive it. She's my sister. But if you want to know where most of my motivation comes from, when I push, when I work, when I don't give up, regardless of the country, the language, the change of weather and what have you, this is my number one motivation here, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the podcast won't be making sense if I don't bring such a lady of class, substance, everything, God-fearing, human, a philanthropist who also runs an NGO. Those who have not met you before, can you take us through the journey? How did you get here? Today we see you as, oh, she's the owner of one of the biggest luxury companies in Nigeria, or companies in Nigeria. But did you just get there like that, like that? How did you get there?
Nobody falls from the sky. It takes time for us to grow to where we are. So, you've already introduced me. My name is Omolara Joseph, and I'm the creative director of Spring Interiors Limited and director of Spring Travels and Tours Limited. That was my first company actually, and it was Spring Travels that birthed Spring Interiors Limited. True. So, the journey of Spring Interiors, because that is what most people know now.
Yes.
Most people don't know Spring Travels, but Spring Travels was the pillar that birthed Spring Interiors Limited. So Spring Interiors Limited started as a passion, at something that I just love doing, because one thing about me is that I love beautiful spaces, I love good things. Even when I was running my travel business, I was always doing luxury packages. You can imagine as 20 years ago, packaging luxury tour to Dubai.
Yes, I remember very well. Disneyland.
Yes,
that's true.
All those places. So when
and there was even one you did. Permit me to interrupt you for the Olympics.
Oh yes, that was I handled the 2008 Paralympics team tickets.
Yes.
And 2012, I handled the 90% tickets. I think I handled the basketball team from the US. All of them, I had to take all of them from different states in the US. They met in Washington and flew together to London for the Olympics. And
people that don't know about travels would think that's just an easy.
It was. Even the team were like, this is the first time they will be having a seamless trip like that. And well, it was all because of a passion. I handled the table tennis, the boxing team, quite a number of them. I can categorically say maybe like 80 to 90% of the Olympics team in 2012. Before I now started Spring Interiors Limited, that's in 2012.
So, looking at the journey so far, what has been the motivating factor for you?
What drives me most is the fact that I don't like to fail.
That's true.
I like to feel I just want to get things done. So when my staff send me a message that, I said, no, can't you find a way around it and make it to work? So you have to make things to work. And that's one of the things that motivates me. And the thoughts of people are watching. I'm not doing anything for people, but a lot of people are looking forward to what I'm motivating them. Let me put that. I'm mentor to people that I know and the ones that I don't know. So I can't give up. So
that's true.
Everybody around me is my motivation. People that are looking up to me are also my motivation.
So how do you handle staff crisis? Because if you are not an employer of labor, you won't understand this language. You just have this staff recruited, you've trained them, you've done this, you've done that, and The next minute, they are nowhere to be found, or they are not living up to the expectation. How do you handle that?
They used to say that human beings are the most difficult to handle,
Yes.
and that's just the truth. There's no lie in that. But one thing I have built myself to do is to allow people, give people the chance to grow, to express themselves. When I employ at first, I don't look at just the CV. I look at the person's strengths, the person's attitude. Because
job seekers, are you taking notes? Are you trying to know? These are part of the secrets of how you say, oh, I posted and I wasn't called. This is a boss talking here. So
most of the time you look at the person's presentation first. For example, some people can actually do what they are applying to do, but the way they presented themselves, you can see through that. Sorry, I don't think this person can do it. Whereas you can actually do it. A lot of them, their knowledge can take them to the job, but it's the character that keeps them there.
It is your character that keeps you there. That's one of my quotes and takeaways from this interview.
And that's some of the things that I always look in staff. I won't lie to you, because the staff must have that character. I don't care, even if you have the character but you don't have the manpower, I know you can learn over time. And most of the time, the people that have stayed are the people that learn on the job.
Wow.
They are the ones that learn because they have they want to enjoy, they want to grow on the job, they want to become something for themselves. Not the people that they are not ready. Let me put it that way. I don't even know how to do this particular thing. Something that a staff of mine did some time ago. Okay, we're interviewing someone. This person is actually looking for a job. I know that this person needs this job. But the presentation, the way the person even appeared first, was a complete no for me.
Okay.
A complete no for me. But at the end of the day, another person that came that doesn't even know how to do that thing, to that man, I can actually learn, I can grow. I want this thing. It's not once by my mouth alone.
It's by action. You have to act it.
By action. Some of them, they already come like, okay, what can we get out of this place? Not what they can offer.
Are you learning?
It must be a servant for you
into
to benefit.
a particular company organization. Also try to bring something on board. You're being paid for that.
Yeah. What can you offer? Because the company is looking at like what you are also offering them. It's not about what the salary that you're getting. I worked also before now. I remember when I started right from the University of Lagos, then I started with selling things. I'm just a business person. I'm just a business person. I think I learned that from my grandmother. I learned that from my grandmother. She was a business tycoon and all that. So it started right from the University of Lagos. When I left, I worked with a travel agency, Flewo Travels. I remember Auntie Farida, my boss then. She loves me so much. And when I was working at Flewo Travels, they weren't into visa consultation and they weren't into tourism. They were just doing ticketing. They focused on ticketing. You go there, you buy tickets. But when I started with them, I went out of that jurisdiction that from my mom
expanded your tentacles.
Exactly. I was telling them, you know what, I can go to this embassy, we can talk to them, we can take kids from preschool, abroad, and all that. That was how I started mine. And at the end of the day, that was what helped my own business when I started the travel agency.
Differentiated.
Exactly.
And that exclusivity and uniqueness.
That was what I was focusing on. I was focusing on the tourism aspect of the travel agency, not just the ticketing. Because the tourism is my passion. I just want to travel. I want to take.
Here we learn. We are here to learn on this podcast. You have to be unique. There should be something that should stand out your brand. That's what she's trying to say here.
Yeah, you must always carve a niche for yourself.
Carve a niche.
I remember my boss there would tell me that if anything happens, you're on your own. I'll just tell her that's very good, don't worry. And because I have passion for what I was doing, I actually did well. God really helped me.
I know.
And because of my religious, not religious, religion mentality, like everything I do is on God.
Yes.
God is at the center of everything that I do. I don't do anything without asking. And by the time I start doing something and I see that it's not going the way it's supposed to be,
you get the message clearly.
I drop it and move back.
Yes.
Before spring interiors, I registered an oil and gas company.
I know.
It's
I even have a
become
complimentary card.
Energy. Michelle and
I have a complimentary card.
Going for World Petroleum Congress, I met people. I was doing. I have my DPR license. I did everything. I was doing college. I know that when I realized that, man, this is not my calling. This is not my calling. I only went there. I only went there because I felt there's money and all like that. I didn't go there because I wanted to add any
money drive you. Money is good. Also know your calling.
Yeah. So when I realized that, man, the truck I bought, nothing was going. You know what? I just dropped everything. So I now went back to I was still doing my travel business at that time. It was the two companies that was running simultaneously. So after that, I always change the costing of my house and all that because I have a friend. Yeah, because I have a friend that was she sells furniture, not interior.
I remember.
But we were pregnant at the same time actually, so we were always together. She rubbed some things off on me, but I had to do my own in a different way. So when I traveled to have my baby then, I picked the fashion over there. When I was coming back, I bought these little accessories for the house and all that. That was how it started. So when I got back, there's a particular friend of mine that runs a travel business. She just like, how are you doing this, your house? She was my first customer. She gave me a house. You can imagine me not knowing anything, but she just likes the way I do my house. That she come and do her own house. And I shall put everything together. And she was like, wow, you tried.
I was scared of failing.
No, I went there with confidence. I did her house, put wallpaper, did the decor, did the furniture and all that. She was like, wow, you did well. So after then, I now started training myself in the industry properly. So the first thing was that I traveled to Dubai. Yes, I traveled to Dubai for this conference, the furniture interior design conference. I went there. So on that flight, this was on a Qatar Airways flight, I met some people on the same flight. I think they were working with ExxonMobil. We were on the same flight when we were going. We didn't talk. So now way back, we were on the same flight. So one of them was like, I think you were on our flight when we were going. I was like, yes, I was. So we now started talking, okay, what do you do? Oh, I went for interior design conference. It was Index, interior design exhibition in Dubai. Index. I said, oh, wow, really? Are you an interior designer? I said, yes, I'm just starting, but I do my onions and all that. That was why the man gave me his house in Lekki to do. So that was myself.
That's what they say. Let your opportunity meet preparedness.
Preparation, yes.
She was ready.
Yes.
So and you did not underestimate yourself.
I did not. That was how I did the whole house, and it went so well.
Talking about that, don't get it twisted. She met the person or these people on a business class.
Yes.
Which means that has also influenced or has impacted on how you see this interior stuff. You've worked for a lot of people. I don't want to mention names here. Have you ever had any, without mentioning their names in particular, your most difficult clients? Like, what was the experience like? And how did you navigate it?
Wow.
Their power, position.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is that I know how to manage most of this. God has helped me to manage them. But the most difficult customers are the ones that don't pay. The most difficult customers are the ones that don't pay. Actually, yes, they are the ones that you're trying to help to do their projects within their budgets.
Wow.
They have a budget, a constrained budget.
I used to think small man, small trouble, big man, big trouble.
No, I never had any problem with most of my big clients. Most of the clients I have problems with are the ones that have started cutting the thing from the beginning. And when you now start the whole thing will just come crumbling on you. Yes. Most of my VIP customers.
Have you had to refund?
Oh, yes.
Yes, refund.
When we started, I run away from trouble. Any small thing, I will pull back. I'm not doing it again. I'll get your money back to you. And that is it. But I learned on the job. As I said, I had to learn on the job. Of course, they taught me. Those people taught me like, no. You have to stand your ground. You have to write a contract. You have to itemize what you're supposed to do for the client.
Itemize.
Yes.
Have a contract. This podcast is about learning for the young entrepreneurs out there. Do not make everything by words of mouth. That's what she's trying to say.
Words of mouth will get you into trouble, actually.
Wow.
Yes. And the people that you want to help are the one that gets into trouble the most. Something happened recently. Yes. Something happened recently. I was just a particular lady, despite the fact I had principle, I had everything. But this particular lady broke the shell, as in my wall, and
You
entered.
cracked.
She entered, and I fell for it because she's a single mom, and I was like, oh, she was doing her. I was like, for this lady to be doing this, let me support her. So I went to her project. I told her what to do, break this space, free consultation. I did a free consultation. I thought, do this, do that. She was like, see, I like everything that you do, but I can't afford you. But if there's anything you can help me with, and I said, oh well, I'm traveling again to get some things for a project. But there are some companies that I don't stop because I have it, as we said in the beginning, I already have a niche. I do mid to high end to avoid any form of trouble down there. So I avoid them. So I now said, well, but there are some companies there that you can buy furniture of like $6,000, sofa, dining, bedroom.
Wow.
And your house will be so beautiful. So let me do that for you when I get there. So when I got there, we did video call, I told her everything. I even gave her ridiculous, I said, I'll just help you buy it. I will not charge you for shipping. I will not charge you for clearing. I'll just put it in my container because I have so many things I'm doing at the same time. And I'll give you maybe curtains for your house. She was so excited and all that. She said, hey, let's say 20% deposit.
What?
For that particular thing, and I just bought it. I said, okay, I'm loading my container before coming back. Let me just put the things for you. I put the things. By the time I get to Nigeria, she just started telling me that, ma, hey, the money I was expecting, I didn't get it.
And the goods are already in Nigeria.
The goods were already in Nigeria. Then when she said that, I first of all muted. Because I do not want to listen to that. When she said that, I wasn't
like you were
responding.
this is not my conversation.
Because those are not the kind of furniture I put in the showroom, but I can use it for somebody that
Which
wants
is where are you going to put it?
Yes, I can use it for somebody that wants to work on a budget.
Okay.
As long as you agree to use this furniture, because
It's your choice.
it's your choice. Because in Nigeria, most of the time, most of my colleagues, when they are looking for a certain furniture,
They know where to go.
They will call me, Lara. There was a time a customer called me, not quite long. The customer said, oh, no, it was the architect that called. Oga said I should ask you if you have your high-end luxury furniture. And I said, yes, I have. No, luxury furniture in stock. A lot of people some people can do it, but they have to order it, collect money from the client and order for them. But in my own case, I stocked them.
I was talking about that too.
I stocked them. So the lady called me and I said, yes, I have some. They loved everything because the man already believed what I saw.
So how would you put such $6,000 stuff in the store
that had a very big
items
very high end? So I couldn't do that. So she now asked for refund. That was when I triggered and said,
she asked for refund.
At the end of the day, out of pity,
you refunded?
I gave her the money.
What?
I gave her, so I just had to let go because you would not.
But is that business wise?
It is not. It's what, even on the invoice I was giving to her, I wrote, it's written there, any furniture ordered, because it was ordered from there. It wasn't that you came to my showroom, you saw something you wanted to buy, and you now said you don't want it.
But this one,
you requested
it was your order.
It was your order, it was your color. You even actually picked the particular color, it was a color. So at the end of the day, well, I just let go. Was I removed the fraction. I had to write a long episode. I said, whatever I did is a CSR that I did with you.
Okay, social responsibility.
Yes, I put everything in a letter. So that when anything happened, if in case anything happened later in the near future, we have a corresponding conversation via email that shows this is what you wanted, this is what happened at the end of the day, your money was refunded to this certain extent.
Okay, talking about that now, that's one lesson learned. There are risks in all businesses.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
What is the biggest risk that you've taken in this business of interior design that you want the upcoming ones to learn from? Because a lot of people are going into is either real estate. You see, I'm a realtor. I'm into interior. What's the biggest risk and how did you?
Invested a lot of money to stock goods.
You invested a lot of money.
Yes, to stock goods. Yeah, because some of these things they're not cheap, especially the one that I dabbled into. They're not cheap at all. You have to use. You can imagine using, I don't want to call figures, but a certain amount of money to stock a goods that it's not that
Are we talking about
it's not
1 million or 10 million or 100 million?
Are you talking in naira or dollars? Okay, let's talk about using
Give them
okay, let's talk about using like $80,000 to buy just one set of furniture.
Are you getting it? Can you repeat that again?
$80,000.
How much is that in naira?
Just one piece of furniture.
She used $80,000 to buy one piece of furniture, and I know this particular.
It wasn't ordered by anybody.
Why did you do that?
Because I don't know.
Are you okay?
Particular piece, and guess what? The furniture I sold first, and those are in furniture.
Wow.
Yes, because people already.
You're very scared if it's just be sitting down there in the show.
Because I'm not the CEO of the company. God is the CEO. I'm just a creative director. So when the thing comes on me and said, go ahead and do it. If I don't do it, I'll be losing.
You do it.
If I don't do it, I'll be losing.
Wow.
I work based on instruction. That's just it. Seriously, if I don't do it, I will regret not doing it at the end of the day. So I have to go ahead and do it. I think did that last year. That's beginning of this year. I was telling I have a chairman. I was telling him, I said, come, Oga, did I hear right by doing? He said, no, don't say that. You did the right thing. And by the time you start,
because some of these things don't make sense.
It does not
when you
make
discuss
sense.
it with a normal person who is not spiritually rooted.
Yes, it doesn't make sense. I won't lie to you. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Because I'm talking from experience with you. Sometimes you tell me some things and I'll just keep quiet and fall.
In fact, I have my best friend will say, please, Lara, please. You started your thing. If Lara said, brother, let's go on the plane and we're dropping down, trust her, believe her, just go ahead with her. There's somebody waiting to catch you guys. And that's it. And that has always been working for me. I jump into doing things most of the time. I can just wake up and say, I'm doing this tomorrow.
Business
before you know it, and before you know it, the thing will be done.
How are you still in business, Auntie Lara?
How
do you still? Because we are talking about, she's been in this business for over 2 decades.
Yes.
Over those 2 decades, I remember back then dollar was naira to dollar was 100 and something.
Yes, 180.
And now we are talking how much dollar to naira?
1,600.
Congratulations. She recently just launched another branch of the interior company in Abuja.
Yeah, that's our baby.
How were you able to stay afloat in this business?
The scripture says it is not for him
to put business, put logic. Don't let the Muslims ones think we are not even.
We all know about that. It is not to him that will it. It's not by my own strength, but it is God that shows me.
Okay, we know it is God. Oh yeah, God, we know it is you. Because some people want to tap from your knowledge. How are you afloat?
It's just God.
How do you stay afloat? Are you hoarding information? Are you hiding?
I'm not. This is just me. Just playing. Let me tell you something that happened.
Because I know in that Abuja you got to a point some few years ago. You walk 2 stores. There's an interior store. You walk 2 stores. Everybody were just.
I was the first person that got to that street.
You started that street. I remember.
Yeah, I got to that street first, and the next 10 days, of people.
Everybody just came
there, and I left there.
What's your trade secret?
If I say I know.
What's your trade secret?
This is what.
To give me a trade secret on the show. God. For my people to learn.
You said it. Face, you know me so well.
I know, but
and that's why you're supposed to add to that.
No, I know, but sincerely speaking, I'm trying to be human too. I'm trying to detach myself to be the devil's advocate right now. That even as my sister, sometimes I look at you like, there was a day, let me bust you guys bubble. There was a time she got an alert of over 100,000 dollars from his business. It's her money, right? And I was happy, like, oh, she has gotten this money, and she get more than that sometimes. But when we were on the call, I think it was right there on the call or the next day, she has invested that money back into another business. And I'm like, another furniture, and I'm like, is this woman all right? It wasn't making sense to me. Because for me,
I told you,
I was just like,
it's based on instructions.
$100,000 has come. Let me just hold it first. It's my gain. And I remember there was a time, a governor, I will not mention name, paid a lot of money and you still invested that money back into business.
Because the money has to go back into the business. Okay. Last year now, what I did last year, we're in 2025 now. Last year, I did quite some number of projects, and my instruction was to put the money back into my business, and that was exactly what I did. That was exactly what I did. That was exactly what I did. Okay. Even sometimes when I want to do something, I can just look for, and I never borrow.
That's why I'm saying
I've never taken any
she does not go
from
to
the
bank to
bank.
get loan.
No.
She does not have anybody sponsoring anywhere.
Nope.
There is no partner on this project.
Nope.
She's the sole owner of
God.
And God.
Yeah.
We're talking about human now, human form. No man born of woman can stand and say, I'm a joint owner of Spring Interiors.
Yeah. I always say that nobody can take credit for Spring Interiors but God. God is the only one that can say, you know what, I made you, I can bring you down.
Yes.
Nobody can say today and say, okay, after I gave you $1 million, I want to take it back. No.
Yes. No. That's it. So how do you relax? Because I can tell you for free, even while she's on vacation, like right now, she is still working. Computer on the dining table, the phone calls, here and there. I know I'm busy as well, but get to a point I try to understand, when do you stop, please? When do you stop? So how do you relax?
I watch movies.
Which movies do you watch? The one that you sleep when you are watching? Are you whining me? We don't lie on the show. The same movie that I will tell her, let's do movie time.
No. Like last night now. What happened? Why would you ask me to watch a movie at 12? It was going to 1 a.m. I am in night.
1 a.m. because you were walking.
Wait. Another thing that happens is that I sleep early, but I wake up very early. I'm an early
Can we
know
that? She wakes up 4 a.m.
Yes, that's my wake up.
That's not making sense.
That's my wake up. That's my call
and
time.
You sleep sometimes 1 a.m.
No, it's the only when I'm here that I sleep 1 a.m. I sleep 10. Wait. I sleep 10, 9, 10. If I'm in Nigeria, I sleep 9, 10. I wake up around 2 o'clock. Yes, briefly. Because I'm sure that
it's painful. Michelle is not here.
You know that 9, 10 people would have sent message and I'm not answering anybody. But sometimes when you call or anybody call and I'm seeing the call like this, at that time I'll just
customers, clients, they don't pick your call. No. It's a deliberate effort. So just get to know.
So I'll just drop the phone. By the time I now wake up around 12 and still 1, it depends. I will now start replying messages and everything.
How do you relax?
By then, those people are sleeping.
Does that make sense?
So I'll now get back.
She's telling people how to navigate from boss from the phone.
How do you relax? I'm supposed to transfer something.
How do you relax? On this trip, she has gone to London. She's going to Turkey, Milan, France, everywhere. How do you relax?
Actually, I'm relaxing with you, actually.
Oh my God.
I'm relaxing, actually. It's even better than every other place.
Of course, because I won't let you overwork yourself to a certain extent. This is where you come and you're pampered.
Okay.
Your advice for people that want to dabble into this business, that think when they say it's luxury, it is easy. We are making money, we are billionaires. Okay, we are big girls, big anti-vibes, we have big cars, we are driving. Especially for a Abuja big girl like you. She drives a Porsche aside other vehicles. Yes. Don't scratch me. We don't lie on this show. Please. Please.
It's even an old car actually. Because when it comes to
don't worry.
Look out for the new one, don't worry.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, that is the case. Your advice for them.
Look out. Stay focused. As my pastor will always say, when you harness all the energy of the sun on the glass, it will crack. It will burn the paper that is under. Harness all your energy into one thing. And guess what? The fire will definitely come out of it. I harness all my energy into the interior. You're trying to plant a particular tree. You uproot it. You plant another thing. There's no how that tree can grow to start having branches. You have to allow that tree, water it, put manure, fertilize it, while you're doing that,
invest.
As you're doing it, a lot of things will happen. I've had instances that I had to look at the pockets of the clothes that I've worn before to see if I can get money.
Wow.
Yes.
As rich as you are.
Yes. I have gone through so many ups and downs.
Those eyes and all.
Yes. So, just while you're in it, stay in your joy. Focus. Don't let anything steal anything from you. that's all I can say. And keep whatever you believe in, stick to it. Stick to it. I believe solely in God.
Define luxury. You are into luxury. What is luxury for you? Some people, it doesn't make sense that people like you will buy business class ticket for 60 million, whatever million. What is luxury? Define luxury.
Peace of mind.
So we that fly economy would not have peace of mind. What are you saying? I don't understand. So we that fly economy would not have peace of mind.
No. Luxury in my own term is attention to details, exclusivity,
Okay.
originality,
Okay.
class.
Okay.
What else?
Okay, while we are at that, before we go, I'm just going to, she didn't see this coming. How much is this bag worth?
Oh my god, it's just
We are
a
wrapping
small
it
bag
up.
now. It's just
I don't know.
I think it's about 2,000 euros or 1,000
2,000 euros, 1,000 euros, just for us to stroll and buy something in the streets of. She wants okra. She wants to eat okra. In fact.
Yes, at the back.
So to go and eat okra, this is her bag to go and eat okra. This morning she had Fendi, 1,800. This week,
It's in
the wig.
I can't remember.
Give us an estimation.
It's not expensive.
We talk luxury. We're talking about luxury. That's what
Yeah,
we
it's
want.
just maybe 600k or something like that.
600,000 is very expensive. Still reasonable. The wristwatch, the phone.
It's a smartwatch. Just smartwatch. Now everybody wears smartwatch.
I know. And your most expensive I'm not talking about your car or your office. That I know you work hard for it. Your most expensive item, whether bag, shoe, clothes.
My daughter.
Where do you put your money? Don't. We're not talking about your daughter.
My daughter.
No, that one is oil company. That one is another level already. What do you spend your money more on the most apart from you like traveling? I know. Your skin, I know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what about physical items? Let's be vain.
Shoes.
You bought shoes.
I love shoes.
She loves shoes and bag.
Yeah. But I love shoes the more.
Shoes.
I can sit down and buy 10 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
Not looking back.
What would you want to be remembered for?
Somebody that touched as many lives as possible. That's one of my strengths. Anyways, I've been doing that. I make sure that I make impact, leaving a mark. That the person like, oh, I wish Auntie Lara was here.
Wow.
That's it.
Thank you for this.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for
It was a
having
pleasure
me.
having you.
Thank you.
Love you, sister.
Love you, Mom. Bye, everyone.
Yes. Hope you enjoyed that conversation with my sister, Miss Omolara Joseph from Venue, and you've been able to learn one or two life lessons from that interview. And before we go on this episode, let me tell you something. Somebody contacted me. They saw the content, the podcast on YouTube, and they reached out to me. Like they thought it's just all about having celebrities or influential people or people that are up there. No, the TFIP is not just for celebrities. It's for the ordinary you and me. It's a platform that gives us the opportunity to express ourselves. If you have any life lesson to share, truly, life lessons, inspiring stories, your true life story, anything you want us to share that you think people can learn from, regardless of wherever you are in the world, especially people based here in France. Do not hesitate to contact us on +336 85 90 41 71 for the podcast purpose alone, please. And if you have any, maybe you want to run your advert, you can call that number as well. And if we are not picking, send us a message through WhatsApp. That number is on WhatsApp, okay? The point is, this podcast is for us to learn real life lessons, not just about people that are up there or people, the faces that we know. Call us, let's talk. Let us bring it to the table. Let people learn from your experience. There are a lot of us that are used to this. I don't trust anybody. If I tell somebody something, they might tell another person will tell another person. Come to this podcast. Tell your story yourself. Do not let anybody tell your story for you. There are a lot of misconception out there. Like when we had the Dior episode. If you've not watched it, that was, I think, our second episode. Click on the link. There are a lot of, click on the interview up there. You will see there. A lot of misconception before that interview. And that interview, allowed her clear some air about allegation, misconception, and narrative that are not really what they are. out there, okay? So there is power in telling your story yourself. There is this strength and there is this relief that comes with unbottling what you've bottled up there. Some people have been wrongly judged, have been wrongly, represented. This podcast is for you. Or somebody did something to you and you're still hurting. You don't need to come and mention the person's name. Let us hear about this story. Let us share from your experience, because experience is the best teacher, okay? People, especially our young generation, when I check statistics in our studio of the people that are watching this podcast, we have people within 18 to 25 and the 25 to 45 generation, more than the people in the 45, 50, no, 50, 55, 60, which means the younger generation are watching the podcast. So they might want to learn from all these life lessons, our story, ìrírí ayé ayé wa, things that we are going through, okay? And this is where we'll be calling it a wrap on this episode of the Faith Irabo podcast. I hope you enjoyed every bit of it. Please, like I always say, please, please, please support your girl. Subscribe, like, and share. It will really give me that joy of knowing that somebody is there rooting for me. God will root for you as well. Until we come your way next time, stay out of trouble and be nice to people around you. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye.